video, I will be doing a bag review on my very first Hermes handbag, which I purchased last December during Christmas. So if you guys managed to watch that unboxing video, I guess you guys know which bag I am referring to. But if you have not, no worries, because I will be leaving the link to that video below so that you guys can have a better look. But anyways, the bag that I am going to review today is none other than my Hermes Herbag zip bag. I did receive some questions in YouTube and in Instagram on how I feel towards this bag and whether is it really worth to add this bag into your bag collection. I guess I am able to share quite a lot of info because after all, I have this bag for almost 8 months now. Throughout this whole video, I will share with you the statistics of the bag, some history, the pros and cons, how I managed to get the bag and stuff like that. So if you guys are keen to know all this information relating to my Hermes Herbag, please keep watching. So this is the gorgeous Hermes Herbag zip bag. Okay, why do I call it the Hermes Herbag zip bag? Reason is because this is actually the newer version of the Hermes Herbag. The old bag or the older version has actually discontinued in 2008 or 9, and the newer version only started in 2009. What's actually the main difference? It's the behind, because the newer version actually has a zip pocket. This bag has a total of 3 sizes, 31, 39, and also the largest, which is the cabin 52. So 31, 39 basically refers to the length of the bag. Don't you realize that this Herbag resembles the Kelly handbag? Well, that's also one of the reasons why I purchased this bag, because it resembles my dream bag, which is the Kelly handbag. It's very impossible to get the Kelly handbag in Singapore, so the closest I can settle for is this beautiful Herbag. So mine is actually the 31. The length is actually 31 cm. The height is 25 cm. And the width is 10 cm. It can be carried by handle and by the shoulder straps. I carry it majority of the time by the shoulder strap. So the handle drop is 6.5 cm. The shoulder drop, it's about 46 cm. As a person with a height of 160 cm, this bag will fall very nicely against my hips. It comes in many different colors, and for mine, this is called the Rose Hortensia, if I pronounce it correctly. And this material is canvas. The brown part over here, it's leather. They call it hunter leather. The hardware on these bags are all palladium. So when I bring this bag closer, you would see that there is the Hermes Paris engraved on the hardware. And there's also hardware at these 2 sides. When I turn the bag behind, it's very cute because it has the padlock, which is the very famous Hermes padlock. And as I mentioned earlier, it has this external zip pocket, which you can unzip to put your belongings. This is how the base looks like. This bag does not come with feet. There is also a clochette, and this clochette has 2 keys which you can use to unlock the padlock. There is this 2 leather straps here. Basically, you have to remove them from this, palladium hardware and flip up this leather opening. So inside is my stuffings, which I will remove it for you guys to have a better look. So this is the inside of the bag for a size 31. This bag is really spacious. It's big enough to put all my daily essentials, and it's also the more popular size. That's what the SA told me at that time. The best part is it actually has a flat pouch that looks something like this. It's also the same color as the bag, and you can actually open the pouch by unzipping it. The flat pouch is actually attached to the interior of the bag by that thing, but you could actually remove it. It all started last year when I was actually thinking of adding an Hermes bag into my wish list. It was either the Evelyn bag or the Herbag. And in the end of the day, I decided to go with the evening bag. I called up Hermes boutique and asked them whether do they have any availability of the evening bag. and they told me no, they do not have, but they are able to contact me if the bag is back in stock. So a couple of months later, which is in December of last year, I received a call from Hermes and they told me that they have stocks for the evening bag. I was super excited because honestly speaking, I didn't expect to receive a call that fast. I kind of like waited for maybe about a month or so, but anyways, so when they called me up, I told them that sure, I will definitely be going down to get the bag. And when I got there, I was with my hubby and I wanted to know how he felt towards this bag. Surprisingly, his reaction was nah, you know, I mean like, what's so special about the evening bag? So I was a bit hesitant because, you know, the response that he gave me was a bit not that positive. That's where I asked the SA whether does she have a Herbag. She told me, please wait, let me go and check. That's where she came out with this bag. That's where I tried it on and I showed it to my hubby, and surprisingly, he was giving me the green light. In the end of the day, instead of getting the evening bag, I got this Herbag instead. If you guys are keen to get such a bag, maybe I would recommend that you call the MS store at your country and then ask them, do they have availability on this bag? With anything, let me start with the positive note. Why do I really love this handbag? Duh, it's an MS handbag. I guess it's in most women's handbag wish list to own an MS handbag. It is not as expensive as a Birkin or as a Kelly. I love this handbag because of the color. There are so many different colors out there. In my mind, my first choice of color was orange because after all, MS is very well known for that orange. But the second color that I was hoping for was this color. The thing I really love about this handbag is that it has a handle and also a shoulder strap. I really love the shape of the bag. This is how it is. It's not squarish. It is called trapezoid. It actually flares slightly over here like an A-line skirt, if you know what I mean. I also love the fact that it has an external pocket at the back. The back pocket is really helpful because that is where I place most of the stuff that I have to reach for frequently. So typically for me, I will usually put my transport card and my handphone because that's the one that I have to reach for most of the time. What I also really love about this handbag is that it has this additional flat pouch. I could easily detach this from the bag and use it as a wristlet. And last but not least, what I really love about this Herbag is that this bag is spacious enough for me to put my daily essentials. The material of the bag. As I mentioned earlier, this bag is canvas. Each time when they get stain on them, it's really a big challenge to remove the stain. Each time when I use this bag, I have to be really careful on where I place this bag on because any dirty surfaces will easily get stained onto the canvas material. The second thing about this bag is that it does not have any feet at the bottom. Given the fact that the material is canvas and it does not have any feet at the bottom, it means that you have to be super duper careful on where you place this bag on. Thirdly, this bag has a soft base. So if you guys have lots and lots of items that you place inside the bag might start to sag a bit. So last but not least, the largest cons about this Herbag is the accessibility. To access this handbag is really a challenge. So for those of you guys who own the Herbag, you will know what I mean. Because in order to access your stuff inside, you have to remove this strap, that two-letter strap that I showed you earlier, flip it up, and then you will be able to put your hands inside. It is really a turn off, especially when you're in an urgent situation whereby you have to get your things out. So that's the reason why I felt that this zip pocket at the back is really a bonus. And I believe that's also the main reason to why Hermes decided to discontinue the older model. So as I mentioned earlier, my transport card and my handphone are the things that I use very often. So for those items, I will put it at the zip pocket. But for the bigger items like maybe my cosmetic pouch or something, I will have to put it inside the bag. I have to remove it this way, flip it up, and take this out and access to my bag. And when I am done, I doubt you want to leave your bag looking like this. That's where you have to continue by putting this in, which is quite a challenge, and take this strap and put it into this and the other strap into this, so it does take some time. Overall, I do have more positive notes rather than negative. If you guys are really thinking of getting this bag, you have to put in mind about the accessibility of your stuff. So that's the end of my video. I really hope that I managed to share a lot of my experiences about owning this bag. I really hope that all this information will benefit you guys out there who are planning to get the Herbag. So with that said, that's the end again, and I really hope you enjoy watching this video. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, and see you again.